Hello again. It's 4 p.m. It's the dining room. Preamble, pre-broadcast, broadcast. Currently broadcasting to nobody. Maybe you're all movemented out. Maybe not. Hello. Come closer. Come on in. Portsmouth, just down the road, first in the house. It is sunny, yes. I'm glowing yellow today. I'm assuming the rest of England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland are also basking in sunshine. Perhaps not. Anyway, come on. Good to see you again. If you're wondering why I'm chattering on randomly, it's because it's the 4-minute countdown until the final movement snack of the day, perhaps, unless you want to crowbar in another one. There's always that option. So do bear with me. We will get moving. About 3.5 minutes. So if you want to go off and do something and come back in 3 minutes, feel free. Regular names coming in. I'm gonna say Jane, you're regular. Thank you. Chris goes without saying. Andy picks and chooses, I think. Always welcome. And in between these sessions, there's loads of you going back to watch them on catch up. I'm nothing like EastEnders on catch up. It's not a bad thing. Anyway, come on, let's go. What should we say? Less than 2 minutes, and then we shall go. If you're in for the first time, and I think there's going to be, because I've just seen some comments and messages coming in, so if you're here for the first time, welcome to our merry movement band. It's never too late to start. There's a lot in that phrase. So if you are watching for the first time, if you just want to have a look to see what happens today, that's fine. You'll always go back and have a look. And there's always the same key themes that go through these sessions. So I will go back and cover old ground, as it were, because these key themes remain. But over the days I've just added in other options and progressions and alternatives. So if you go back a few days, you might feel some gaps or see a session that doesn't have so many progressions in it. Anyway, ready for the session. Thank you, Britt. Me too. And Vivian, near Bolton in Lancashire. No, Dawn is the answer to that question. I'm all good today. Alright, once I take these glasses off and go over there, I have no idea what's happening on this little screen. Okay, so pick your position, movement zone. Oh, I forgot to say, hello, good afternoon. My name is Bex Townley. This is week 2, day 12, movement snack number 3 of today. So this is another 30 minutes, movement minutes in the bag. We're in the business of accumulating additional movement minutes over and above anything else you're doing. And if this is the kind of main thrust of your movement routines, fantastic, great. Thank you very much for joining us, and this could well be your start point to bigger and better things in context of strength and balance activities. Anyway, let's do it. My glasses are off. Oh, Sheila Day. Hello from Wisbeck. Shout out to Sister Carol Elliott from Sandy. And every day you say that to me, Sheila, and I'm so sorry. I've got it in today. Thank you very much. Let's go. Pick your position. Sit or stand. I've offered another perspective today because I just wanted to evidence just to show you the difference between this chair here is a regular dining room chair, and can you see when I'm in this chair you can see the angle of my hips and my back and see where my knees are in relation to my hips. However, if I sit in a much lower chair, can you now see where my knees are? They're kind of inclined, they're up. So if you're in an armchair or a sofa, you may be quite a little bit lower than a hard chair, and that means standing up out of this chair is going to feel more effortful. So you're going to need to work a little bit harder. I just wanted to show you that, just to give you a visual, but I am going to come back to this one and work from here. If you're happy to be upwardly standing, do so. Pick your standing posture, close to some solid support if you need. Pick your position, and in standing you can start your circulation boosting. I do this because this demonstrates what we're really aiming for from the feet, to pick up the heels first, transfer the weight, even steady steps, lift and open the posture, and as and when you feel you can, just bring in a relaxed arm or keep your hands on the support if you need. So we're just boosting the circulation, and in the chair we're going to hip walk forward if you haven't already. We can either start with the upper movement from the shoulder and the other arm, or our hands together, whichever you prefer. If you can, let's get the feet going as well. So again, focusing on ankles, take your time on these. This is our circulation booster, just to inject a little booster into the circulatory system, increase blood flow, get us ready for these next movements. So you can bring in arms and legs, or you can just do arms or legs, bring them together when you're ready. Same in stand. Lift and open postures everywhere, whether you're in sit or in stand. Try to support your own posture. Open chest position, head is still. If you feel your posture muscles getting tired and you need to kind of sag a bit or have a little bit of a pit stop, that's okay. Just have that pit stop and then start again. And after that circ boost, we should just feel, yep, I've done that. It's just a minute and a half just to get us ready. So in this session, on the 4 o'clock session, we're going to focus on a little bit of an activity. We have lots of things happening at once. So we're going to bring in some arm movements, some head movements, some trunk sway movements, all to support our posture, our postural stability, and our coordination. And it's a little bit more calming towards the end of the day, and then we're going to go into some stretches. So this is what I'd like you to do. Just to start, set up the posture, just take a few shoulder rolls backwards, just to set this upward open chest position, and also the same in standing. I'm going to show you the arm movement first, okay? We've been rehearsing this over these days, so if you know what's coming, please start. Hand on chair for support. This is in sit or stand, and we're going to take one arm up and one arm down, okay? Here, if you're happy to do the other arm, we can alternate one and then the other. If you prefer to continue to hold on to support, that's fine too. We float up and we float down, and then we change sides. Can't see mine. I'm going to turn this way, you can see. And the idea is I really want you to focus as well on the wrist movements. So I have shoulder movement, I'm holding my posture upright, and I also have this wrist movement. So I'm mobilising the wrist as well, all while staying balanced and steady on feet. In the chair, the same for the upper body. So hip walk forward, feet are flat on the floor, even weight across the buttocks. Here's 1, is to, so you can alternate, and when you feel you're ready to, bring in both. So this is slower is better. Lower is okay, so less range of movement. The focus is both arms, same speed, same height, doing the same thing. So this symmetry almost. That's the arm action. Okay, take a pause. Let's have a look at the lower limb and the leg action. Okay, let me show you the standing option first. I'm going to give you two options today. The first one is the knee bend. Bend and stand. So as you can see, it's just a shallow knee bend, standing up tall each time. And as and when, you can bring in the arm action on that. There and there. You can alternate, or you can bring in two. So you press down as you stand. Your alternative, if you don't want to go for the knee bend for whatever reason, we can take just a steady shift of weight, so a steady sway from side to side. So my knees are in a fixed position now, so I've taken out the knee bend, but now I'm focusing on this sideways sway. I'm going to turn this way so you can see, but hand on the support if you need. So then I'd have this. Also, don't forget, the other option is to stand close to a wall with your back to the wall like so, and you could just have your hips lightly on the wall, just to help with that upright position for you to feel confident. Keep going on some of those standing options if you're happy. In seated, your option is very similar, but rather than shifting the weight across the feet purely, take the feet a little bit wider. I now use my buttocks, so I shift the weight across like so, and then I bring in the arms here. And you can use your feet a little bit just to ease you over, just to help with that weight transfer. Here's the third element. If you're in standing, take up some support first before this one. So if you're in standing with the weight sway in the arms, now we're going to bring in the head turn. So I turn to the side, turn to the front, turn to the side. Change hands, or if you feel confident, here. Or the knee bend option. And just see how that feels. Just try to have all of those things happening at once. You build it up. So here's the sway, here's the arms, and now here's the head turn. Why are we doing this? We're in life, lots of things happen at the same time. So we're constantly shifting our body weight from one leg to the other, be that side to side or forwards. Our arms are generally doing something as well, and plus we're probably turning our head to see where we're going to actually navigate around that particular task. So we just slow all that down, and it just allows us to be more mindful of those things. And what you'll probably find, what you may be finding, at any point in time, something might stop, and then you'll realise, oh, my arms aren't moving, or oh, I've stopped swaying, for example. And it's just really to think about all of those things going on at once. And there's lots of options we can do with these things, and we'll be trying to add those in over time. Okay, so that's what we call our three-dimensional movements, where we have loads of stuff going on at once. We're going to finish with some stretches on this movement snack. We're going to do two key stretches this afternoon. The first one we're going to do is the back of thigh, and the other one we're going to do is the calf stretch, because we've been spending time on our feet. So everyone to sit down for the back of thigh, please. And remember, when you sit down slowly. Hip wall forward. Extend one leg with control. Relax the foot. By that I mean just let it find its natural place. Try not to hook the toes back. It's relaxed. Have a look at the knee, and just take the knee off that lock position. When it's out straight, it can be very, very straight because of gravity. So we just take that off like so, and then just sit taller, taller, taller. And as you lengthen through the spine with the leg here, you may already start to feel a little bit of stretch here. If you do, you're in the right position, and hold that position. You should feel this mild tension on the back of the thigh. Here we're just looking to hold these, slow count in your head, 8, 12, 20 seconds or a little bit longer. And then when you've had enough, you relax and step in. Okay, let's try the same on the other leg. So lift up, take the leg out. Here's the checks. Foot relaxed, knee off lock, lengthen taller. Can I feel the stretch? If you can, stay where you are. If you want to add some more stretch, hands onto the leg here and then hinge forwards, forwards. And as you start to hinge forwards, you'll feel that stretch increase. When you find the place for you, hold it here. Should feel quite nice. Move out of that stretch slowly. Release, and if you want to, you can go in for a second time. So we're moving slowly in and out of these stretches. Step the leg in. Have a little release. Quick calf stretch, quick calf stretch. Seated calf stretch is the same position on the leg, like so. But this time we do engage the foot. So you have a look at the toe, and you pull the toe back towards you. Not literally, but it probably looks like I am. And you'll start to feel the stretch on the back of the lower leg. So here, hold it. You'll probably start to feel that the foot can't stay in that position because your leg's working quite hard. So release that stretch, switch it off, and then switch it on again. So you may need to do this 2 or 3 times, perhaps 8-10 seconds each, just to build up that time, okay? And then release, step in. Same on the other leg. If you prefer to do the calf stretch and stand, take up some support, take a slow step back, ball of the foot, and then press that heel into the floor here. Lift up taller, hold that position, keep using the support, and then don't forget about that extra stretch here in the hip flexor. So if I come up a little bit taller, I'll now get some stretch in the front of the hip here. If you want to add another stretch, if you want 3 for the price of 1, we can also add a back of arm stretch if you want to. Come out of that stretch slowly, change legs on the other side. I'm going to just turn this way so you can see. Hand on support, go into the stretch. There's the calf stretch. There's the stretch in the front of the hip. Hand on support, and if you want to, you can bring in this one as well, so you can see you've got a big stretch all the way down the side. That applies for seated as well, if you want to take your back of arm stretch there. Okay, that's our 4 p.m. movement snack. If you've joined this one for the first time, you'll see if you go back on the other videos, we have a slightly different focus for each 10-minute movement snack. So you'll start to get into the routine, because that's what we're trying to establish here. So different focus each time. Don't forget, if you really feel like crowbarring in some extra heel raises or sit to stands throughout the rest of your evening, that's fine by me. Just crowbar them in. Thank you very much. That's another 30 minutes, movement minutes, accumulated today. I'll be back. Oh, tomorrow's Saturday. It's the weekend. I'll be back at 8 o'clock as usual tomorrow, 8, 12 and 4. But if you haven't got enough of me 3 times a day for 30 days, there's an additional session tomorrow at 11 o'clock in addition. And this is because of some comments and requests for me to just focus on some seated options. So if standing up isn't right for you at this time, tomorrow at 11, I'll be doing a 15-minute movement snack that's going to focus purely on seated movements. That's it. So you can have me 4 times tomorrow if you want. Thank you very much. Keep moving. Every movement counts. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your messages. I'll read them all now and torture myself watching this back. Have a good evening. Happy weekend, everyone.